Hot Sports Podcast.
Getting at that age where, ya todo me duele, Juancho. Swear. ¿Me huele o me duele? Los dos? Yeah, man. Now you gotta stretch for everything. Like, even though right now with this bench, like, I've been sitting here for the past 30 minutes, my ass kind of hurts. And then I just cracked like 3 bones. I turned 30, guys, in about 2 months, so... if anybody that's over 30 listening to this, can you give me some suggestions, like what type of pills I should take? Should I be starting to see like a doctor? Or is that till I'm 40? That you see like what is, I don't know, what is that called when you turn 40? When they stick the finger up your ass and see if you're okay. I don't know what that is, but hopefully that doesn't happen.
You're looking forward to it or what?
No, I'm looking not forward to that. Hopefully it's a girl though. I don't want a guy doctor. I don't want a guy there. Anyway, guys, it is episode 118. It is February. Damn. It's not February. It's May 10th, 2026. Episode 118, and I'm doing this by myself. Manny couldn't come. He's celebrating his what is this? 4th, 5th kid? Leo? Leo's
He has the whole football team.
Yeah, he has a football team. He has a family full of football. There's too many kids. I don't know if Leo's number 3, number 7. Don't know. But anyway, happy birthday to Leo. Manny's a little kid, and then Puffs. I haven't heard from Puffs since like last night, since 10 p.m. I don't know. Is he missing? I don't know. I tried reaching out to him yesterday. He was extremely drunk. And also, he was also celebrating the birthday, his dad's birthday. Happy birthday, Jack. And he was also celebrating that Pumas eliminated America yesterday. We'll get into that. But first, want to send a shout out to all the Bay mamas, the mamas, las grandmas, las aunties, las nueras, suegras. Happy Mother's Day to everybody. Happy Mother's Day to all the women out there. Remember that you are very special, not only on May 10th on Mother's Day, but you guys are also, you girls are special throughout the whole year. So remember, if you guys didn't give flowers to your mom or to your baby mama, you guys are pieces of shit. That's for sure. So yeah, hopefully everybody had a good weekend. But yeah, I mean, it's a little weird without the guys. Feels like I'm talking to myself, kinda, even though I already kind of do. But it's not too awkward about it. Anyway, we'll head on to Champions League first. Champions League final. We finally have one. It's Arsenal PSG. I think Manny had said PSG Arsenal. No, he had PSG Atletico Madrid, I believe. I had Bayern Arsenal, and Puffs had Bayern Arsenal. But congratulations to Puffs. If he would have been here, he would have been still drinking because Arsenal's in the final. And hopefully Pumas can go to the final. But they're right now in semis. But yeah, we have a Champions League final. It's PSG Arsenal. Arsenal defeated Atletico Madrid in the aggregate 2-1. It's Griezmann's last Champions League appearance. He goes to Orlando City. Hopefully, I don't know why he's going to Orlando City, the most randomest MLS team. But as of every European player always comes to the MLS for some reason, or they go to La Liga MX. But yeah, Arsenal's back in the Champions League final since 2006. A lot of things have passed on since 2006. The Cubs won the World Series. MySpace was not invented. Facebook wasn't invented back then. Twitter was not around. We still had flip phones during 2006. We were just coming off 9/11, 2001. Let's see. Um, we didn't have a black president back then. Obama was still wasn't president. So a lot of stuff hasn't happened. Saludos, Copa Luis. So a lot of stuff has been happened since Arsenal made it back to the Champions League final 2006. Everybody remembers that legendary team with Titi Henry, Fabregas, of course, the legendary coach Arsene Wenger, Van Persie when he was still a youngling. But can Arsenal slay the dragon, which is PSG? PSG is on a tear right now. They're looking to be back. They're looking to be back-to-back champions ever since Real Madrid a couple years ago. But I don't know. I mean, I know everybody and their mom is gonna be on PSG money line. Obviously, everybody's gonna have probably Dembele anytime scorer. Um, we still don't know if Hakimi's gonna be back for that. I mean, it's about 3 weeks away to the Champions League final, so I don't know. We'll see on that. I know for sure PSG. Well, I mean PSG is kind of closing down their league, so I don't think they should be playing their full starters, even though they're 6 points ahead. Wait, let me see. Yeah, they're 6 points ahead against Lens, but they face each other Wednesday. So I think if they win today, or at least get a tie, I think they should be in the clear for the League One. So I mean, can PSG rest other guys and go against Arsenal? Arsenal, on the other hand, they have it kind of tough because they're still battling in the Premier League against Manchester City, and They're only up 5 points. They're only up 5 points with Man City with 2 games left with Burnley and Crystal Palace. But Arsenal barely be winning 1-0, 1-0 games. Yeah, what's up, Oscar? Yeah, I'm solo today, guy. Man, he couldn't come. He's celebrating his son's birthday, and then Puffs is extremely hungover, even though I haven't heard about him. So someone can like message him, be like, "Hey, man, you okay? You didn't show up to the show today." But yeah, I mean, Arsenal closing into the Premier League. They haven't won it since 2003, 2004. So it's been a long time for Arsenal's, success. Obviously, with the Champions League final in 2006, they haven't won the Premier League 2003, 2004. Juancho, what were you doing in 2003, 2004? Yeah.
I don't remember what happened last night.
Oh, I know you don't remember what happened last night. También estabas de borrachito.
Andaba de alegre.
That was de filoso.
Eh?
No, yeah, 2003, 2004. That's what, 23 years? 23 years? Yeah, since Arsenal's won the Premier League. So it's been, I mean, they've been so close, but they bottled the league. They've been bottling the league these past 2 years. So I don't know. PSG didn't take Champions League. You see, I would say easily PSG, but I don't know. Can Arsenal, slay the dragon? Can they be the underdogs? I mean, we obviously know that Arsenal can't, win the big one. They just lost. I don't know, was it the FA Cup or the some type of cup to Manchester City? I don't know. Like I said, they're up 5 points for Man City. Two games left with Burnley and Crystal Palace. So they got Burnley next at home, and they got their last game against Crystal Palace. And then Man City still has 3 games left. They play Crystal Palace at home. They play Bournemouth away, and they close the season against Aston Villa. So I mean, literally, Arsenal just has to win out, and then just hope that Man City at least ties or loses these next 3 games, and Arsenal will be finally champions after so many times being in first place and then losing the league at the end. You never know. So Puffs, I know Puffs is very happy right now. I think it's gonna be. I think it's Sueños weekend is next weekend. So we'll know if Arsenal wins the Premier League that Sunday. Yeah, they play that Sunday at 10 a.m. So I know Puffs is gonna be very active on that. The betting lines, if anyone is betting, this is not gambling advice, not financial advice. PSG's plus 125, Arsenal's plus 210. The draw is 235. Over under is 2.5. It's too early to predict, but I would say just maybe take over 2.5 goals. I mean, like I said, everybody's gonna be on PSG money line. I don't think anyone's gonna have Arsenal unless you're a real Arsenal fan. I don't know. I don't know if you can take Arsenal. Compa Brandon, he said, "Arriba las Chivas, perros." We'll talk about Liga MX right now in a bit, but well, once the guys are back next Monday, we'll give our prediction because I don't think we would do an episode Memorial Day Monday. So we'll do our predictions. We'll do our analysis, see how the Premier League's going with Arsenal, and see if Arsenal can finally, maybe they actually, all that bullying we've done them all this year, maybe they can finally win the Champions League and the Premier League. But we'll see. All right, we're going to Liga MX talk. We got Las Chivas. Chivas came back against Tigres. They tied 2-2, but obviously Chivas won on higher table because they were second. So everybody was making fun of Chivas. It was funny because I didn't think Chivas had a chance at all. I know they had their little controversy con los jugadores de la selección that Alexis Vega, no, La Hormiga and all of them. They were supposedly Toluca asked permission for la selección to bring back Alexis Vega to like the Conca champions. And I guess they were like, guess it was like an okay, but it was just an okay just for that day, and they'll be back on la selección. And I guess like the Chivas players found out, and the Chivas was the president or something. I guess he found out about that also. And he's like, yeah, you know what? I'm gonna bring my guys back to Chivas, because we got a game this weekend against Tigres. They wanted, because they had already lost 3-1. So they really wanted to come back against that and see if they can make the semis. I mean, and then I think it was from Tuesday. I think that was Tuesday night, and then Wednesday morning, the Chivas players were showing up to practice, and everybody was like, "Oh, look, they're in practice, blah blah blah." And then probably about an hour later, Javier Aguirre and the Federación Mexicana were like, "Yeah, you know what? Enough of this BS. I want everybody who I called up in the roster to be here at 8 p.m. If you don't show up at 8 p.m. to camp, you're officially off the squad." Next thing you know, like 2-3 hours later, you see all the ones who got listed for the selección. They were all in jet planes going straight to camp. So, but it looks like Chivas didn't really need it because they won 2-0. They won, aggregate was 3-3. Like I said, Chivas passed because of higher seed. They beat Tigres. I know all the Chivas fans were happy on Saturday night. Just like Cruz Azul, my Cruz Azul fanatics. Cruz Azul fanatics. I know my boy Christian's out there from Curie. My boy Miguel, El Tali. Let's see, my compa George, El Monja. I know a couple guys. Gustavo, I don't know if you're a Cruz Azul fan. You don't know you're a Querétaro fan. You disrespected Santi with that post when you said "fuck the birthday boy." So I don't really consider you a Cruz Azul fan because he was one of the reasons why Cruz Azul won the league that year. But I don't know, my compa Gustavo. Yeah, I don't really know a lot of. Oh, my compa, El compa Beto from Cali, my boy from Cali. He's a big Cruz Azul fan. He's seen him out there, playing Cali out there with Cruz Azul. But yeah, we won 4-2 against Atlas. Sorry, Isaac. El Cocho Isaac. Luis Silva. I know he's an Atlas fan. I think Oros is also an Atlas fan. I don't really know. I mostly know America Chivas fans for the most part. Pumas is just Abe and Puffs. Obviously, Manny's a Chivas fan. But yeah, Cruz Azul. They won 4-2, and we go to the semis. We got to go against Chivas. All I'm going to say is vamos por todo. I don't know, man, with those people those 5 people you guys are missing. I don't know. I mean, we already took you on with your full squad. Let's see if you guys can do it with yours. With the next man up. So all I'm going to say is good luck. I don't like talking shit because the moment I start talking out of my ass, it's gonna haunt me at the end because I know a lot of Chivas fans, and I don't want my DMs to get blown up just like when the Packers lost to the Bears in the playoffs. My whole phone was blowing up nonstop. from everybody. I didn't get no. I probably got like maybe like 10 happy birthdays, but eso sí, I got like maybe like 50 messages about the Bears beating the Packers. I was just like, oh my god.
Just a little blue button when you get a chance.
There's a little blue button.
Yeah, lightly.
I did. That. I did. Oh, there you go. Ooh. Huh?
Lo que faltaba.
Lo que faltaba? I didn't notice that button. Nice. But yeah, oh yeah, but we play Wednesday at 9 p.m. It's gonna be in la Estadio Azteca, I believe so. And then Saturday 8 p.m. va a ser la vuelta in Jalisco. Do not know if it's gonna be in Estadio in El Akron or it's gonna be in Atlas Stadium because I know they're starting to get ready the stadiums ready for the World Cup, especially Monterrey and Guadalajara, because I believe they already finished with Azteca, but I think they have like minor details to like finish up. You ready for the World Cup?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're going to Azteca and where else?
Both Azteca y
Akron. Nice. Chivas, Guadalajara. ¿Te encuentras una güerita por ahí? Sheesh. And then
Colombia. No, Colombia games.
the Colombia's playing in Guadalajara.
Both Mexico City and
Man, there's gonna be a lot of white babies with colored eyes. For sure. There's gonna be a lot of mixture, a lot of Colombian Mexican babies by the next year or so. But yeah, the shocker of this playoffs was surprisingly Pachuca. They beat Bicampeones Toluca 3-0 in aggregate. They just did it like because everybody was focused on America and Chivas. On those games that nobody really thought about Pachuca. Everybody was like, probably Toluca's gonna steamroll them, and no, Pachuca actually gave them a fucking fight, just like Oscar said. Pachuca, al 100, yeah. Nobody really saw that coming. I thought it was gonna be Toluca. I honestly thought it was gonna be Pumas, Tigres, Cruz Azul, Toluca. That was mine, but obviously it was Pumas, Chivas, Cruz Azul, and Pachuca that all passed. But yeah, I mean, Bicampeones, maybe they really did need Alexis Vega. And I forgot who was the other guy they took from Toluca. But then we get on to the good part. Pumas, America 6-6 aggregate. What a game. What a game. The first game, Pumas had a 3-1 lead. They blew it. And they went into the second leg 3-3. Quote unquote penalties. I don't agree on the second penalty. The first one was, I guess you can say that's penalty. The second one, I don't know. And then Pumas were up 3-0 in their home, and for some reason, I was watching the game. It was up 3-0. It was barely the first half. I'm like, okay, Pumas already got that. I went out, stepped out for a moment, and then next thing you know, all I'm seeing on my Facebook is, te amo Sendejas, Sendejas this, Sendejas that. I'm like, what happened? Next thing you know, it's Pumas America 3-3. I'm like, no fucking way America is gonna fucking come back on Pumas. I was like, no, we can because I think if America would have passed, I would want to say it would have been Chivas America semifinals. If we would have had that semifinals, I think the internet would have broke, literally, because that is literally the game that decides who goes to the final, and whoever would have won that game, I think the team who advanced would have been talking hella shit, like hella shit. I know, man. Henry Martin, they missed that penalty. Pinche Martin. I remember America fans were making fun of Chivas last year because because Chicharito missed that penalty, and you know, and then Henry Martin missed that one. But like they say, it's I don't know, man. That was god awful, god awful. I don't know. We should do a comparison. Whose penalty miss was worse, Chicharito's or Henry Martin? You know. But yeah, And then Pumas play Pachuca Thursday and Sunday. Both games are at 8 p.m., which is weird. I don't know why that Cruz Azul Chivas game is at 9 p.m. It's kind of late. It's late on a Wednesday, 11. I got to stay up till 11 to watch that. But I guess, anyway, if any Chivas fans, I guess, wants to bet me, you guys can hit up my DM. No more than like 50. I don't want to be losing a lot. Want to say like maybe like the 20s, 40 range. Or if you guys like, want to bet food, I'll bet food. But any Chivas fans that want to like bet me, hit me up. I'll put it out tomorrow or maybe Wednesday afternoon. See how I'm feeling. Oh, they're an hour behind over there. Does like daylight savings not exist in Mexico or anything like that? I didn't know that. Daylight savings. Okay. Well, I honestly didn't know that. I thought it just changed, in the Western Hemisphere about that. But all right. But yeah, Thursday, Sunday, Pumas Pachuca. Wednesday, Saturday, Chivas Cruz Azul. I'm gonna say it's gonna be Pumas Cruz Azul final. So not only is Puffs gonna sweat out that Arsenal PSG at the end of the month, he's also gonna be hopefully he's gonna be sweating that Pumas Cruz Azul final, and not even that he's also gonna be sweating the Arsenal Premier League race. So he's gonna be on watch if all that happens. This man's gonna need a new liver after May because he's gonna be drinking a lot. I don't know if stress, happiness, sadness, but I know that man's gonna be drinking. But yeah, I mean, GG's to America. It's funny when America loses. The internet just gets together while the anti-America people and just start ripping the fuck out of America. Entonces Pachuca got this. You're winning a trust. They're low key the dark horse. They're a dark horse team. Pumas, so obviously they got the first place. Everybody expects them to be number one throughout the whole playoffs. Chivas, I didn't think Chivas was gonna make it because of their missing people, but looks like their people actually stepped it up this weekend. I don't know what the president told them during the week, but it worked because all they just needed was to tie the game. All they needed to do was win the game 2-0, and they just can like literally defend their whole way to the 90th. And Cruz Azul Atlas, I mean, it's been a while that Cruz Azul has beaten Atlas in Jalisco, so this was an impressive win. It was a 1-0, even though I did hear it was a controversy 1-0. But hey, I mean, do what you got to do, and just got to move on to the next round. But yeah, that's all the Liga MX talk. Oh, before I finish off with soccer, I want to congratulate FC Barcelona winning La Liga champions, back-to-back La Liga champions. All my Barca fans that are out there, my Barca amigos are out there. Manny's a big Barca fan. Compa Oscar's a big Barca fan. My boy Jose Salas is a Barca fan. My boy Chris from La Banda Estrategia is a big Barca guy. Luis Pedrosa, Hera. Let's see, who else can I name off on the quicks? My brothers are big Barca fans. Puffs, he's a Madrid fan. I guess he's a Madrid fan. I don't really know. Who else is a big Barca fan? I think it's Brandon. Aren't you a Barca fan also? I'm not really sure. Then all the Madrid fans, lifting up the 1-5. Stop it. That's old. We don't really get pressed on that no more. We just laugh at you saying lifting up the 1-5. Quédense con sus pinches 15 champions. You guys are back-to-back seasons with no titles. Screw that. Well, I mean, honestly, if I were to put a hot seat on somebody, it would probably be Mbappe. He looks like he's a locker room cancer or a diva at least, because when he was with PSG, obviously they won. The League One. Quote unquote, it's called the Farmers League. The most easiest league out there in Europe. They were saying that can Mbappe win the big one? Obviously, he won the World Cup in 2018, but he was mostly carried in that World Cup. He was mostly carried in Nada Plate. He was mostly carried in that World Cup. I think he carried more France in the previous World Cup against in the Qatar one. But you know they had Griezmann, they had Giroud. I don't know if Dembele was on that 2018 World Cup, but I know he was on this one, this recent one. But yeah, Mbappe already has the World Cup, especially at a young age, because he was like what 18, 19 years old, I believe so. But he wants to win the Champions League, and it's funny because Madrid had won it the previous year, and he was linked to go to Madrid that year. Never went. He was there. I guess they were waiting for him to become a free agent, and then Real Madrid won it that year, and then he went to Madrid. PSG won it that year, and now PSG's back-to-back finals appearances, and Mbappe still doesn't have one, and hey, whoa! I can't. I'm not gonna repeat what you said, Abe. Not gonna repeat what you said. I already talked about Pumas. I already said that it's gonna be you and me. We're gonna be duking it out hopefully next week. But like I said, Mbappe, I don't know. I don't know if he's the problem. I don't know if what the fuck. But right now, Madrid did not have the season that they wanted to. You know, obviously they got eliminated in Copa del Rey. They got eliminated in the Champions League to Bayern. They lost the league to Barca yesterday on Mother's Day, which kind of sucks. But I mean, Barca was at home. They had everything to work for, especially because since Hansi Flick's father passed away, you know, rest in peace to Papa Flick. You know, it's really tough that what he had to go through yesterday. Especially, you know, he was on his way to the game, and then you know, getting that phone call on a very important day. You know, especially because it's El Clásico. You know, you could close out the league, the La Liga, against your arch rivals, and then you get a horrible news like that. You know, it really takes the emotion out of you. But you stood strong. He's like, you know, just get the job done, and then you know, mourn the next day, or or you know, dedicate this win, because he did say this today that that day was one of his most important days. Well, shouldn't be one of his most important days, but it was emotional, very emotional day. He'll probably remember for the rest of his life. But yeah, I mean, shout out to all my Barca guys, my Barca amigos. You know, we did it. Hopefully, honestly, I did hear that Lewandowski might not resign. It's all right. He's getting old already, and he's not going to the World Cup. So I think he calls it wraps. Maybe he'll go to like an MLS team just for like the money, but I don't really see him going to the MLS unless he gets like a big contract. Supposedly, I know this is all like dumb shit I see on Twitter and TikTok. Supposedly that Chicago Fire was gonna offer him like 20 million. Where the fuck are you gonna get if the city of Chicago can't even fucking fix potholes? What makes you think they're gonna pay Lewandowski? So I don't think he's coming to MLS. But who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I'm just saying that Lewandowski might not come back. I think man, me and Manny were talking about it. Who might not come back? I think I mean the one that might hurt, and I say that might be gone. Maybe it'll be Frankie De Jong. I know he's probably like what 28, 29. Maybe sell him for some cash and get a young player. Obviously Gavi, Pedri, they're all gonna stay. Araujo, I think he might be gone. Not so sure. I would say depending on how he does with Uruguay. I think Uruguay's on the World Cup. Not so sure on that one. The tech guy, Juancho OCMG, stepped out for a bit, so I can't really know if Uruguay's in the World Cup. I don't think they are. But Araujo I think might be gone. Manny. I don't know how I'm doing it, but I'm already kind of like 30 minutes. I'm like about 30 minutes in talking BS. Julian Alvarez to Barcelona. He'll be a good replacement for Lewandowski. I would keep Marcus Rashford. I mean, the performance he had against Real Madrid, especially that free kick. maybe keep him. Maybe do keep him and see how much he's worth. I don't know if how that contract negotiation went with Manchester United and Barca, but I mean, he finally won the league and against. And it was a very important goal versus Madrid. I think Ferran Torres stays. Fermin stays. Obviously, Lamin's gonna stay. Rafinha, he has to stay. I think he's our veteran guy. You know, he likes hanging out with the youngsters of Barcelona. I think he'll be a good veteran move. Joao Cancelo, I think he stays. Kubo Marci, I think he might stay. Um, what I would say is maybe get like another like a CDM. There's a 30 million buy option for Barcelona, so I have to keep him. Is that for Marcus Rashford? That 30 million buy option, Manny? He does, but he doesn't really get that much playing time. But you're right. Like the playing time he does get, he kind of does miss shots. I mean, he kind of did come in midway through, so it's like can't really like do much about it. I mean, I don't know. It's the England and Spain are two different type of environments. Maybe just the nerves. I don't know. I would maybe keep him. I mean, I don't know, but if it's like Manny said, if there's a 30 million buy option, that's a risk you have to take. You know, do you want to pay the 30 million or not? But I mean, I don't know. But that's it for Barca. I think Barca needs like a couple defenders, just like a defender or two. You know, they'll stay like rock solid. Yeah, you see, defender we need a CB and right backs and a striker to replace Lewat. Like Oscar said, probably we might get Julian Alvarez. I mean, he should be going to the World Cup, depending how his World Cup performance is. But I believe Julian Alvarez should be going. Stealing for us to rotate them. Yeah, I would say more Rafinha give more of the rest. Lamine, unfortunately his injury, kind of stopped him at the end of the season. Obviously he has to get ready for the World Cup. But I would say Rafinha, get like a winger to help out Rafinha more. I feel like Barca are more of a tactical, more different team when Lamine's out there. So and then for Madrid, I don't really know much about Madrid like that, but from the shit situation they had, try saying that 3 times. Try saying that 5 times faster. Shit situation season. Shit situation season. Shit situation season. Fuck it, just blow up the whole fucking team. Just fucking start over. Maybe replace the president too. Arbeloa, nos vemos. Supposedly they're supposed to get Jose Mourinho back as a coach again. I don't know if that will be true. I mean, they just fired Javi Alonso, Raúl Arbeloa, just their current manager. I mean, all these ex-Madrid players becoming coaches. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's not even their fault. Maybe it's just the players' fault. I mean, Madrid needs 2 midfielders, so Vini, Mbappe, and getting a striker. They need a CB in there. But yeah, I would say sell Camavinga. I mean, Madrid fans hate Camavinga ever since that bullshit that he did against Bayern Munich. I would say leave Camavinga. I say Vinny would have to go. Mbappe would have to go. Is Rodrigo even still there, or did Rodrigo leave? I don't. Like I said, I don't really keep up with Madrid like that. So I don't really give a fuck about them. So, I think what was that dude's name from the 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 German? Oh, Rudiger. I don't know if Rudiger. I mean, Rudiger was okay. Like 2 years ago, I don't know what really happened. Maybe le queda pesado el escudo del Real Madrid. I'm not sure. I know that one Turkish guy who scored those bangers with Bayern Munich, and then he was also having a good Euro qualifiers. I think he would be good in their midfielder. And then I mean Courtois came back. But he got shitted on with Marcus Rashford. He would. Rodrigo's still there towards ACL. We'll be back. I would buy Enzo Fernandez and Vitinha from PSG. Oh yeah, Enzo Fernandez from Chelsea. Yeah, Chelsea. Yeah, he was talking all that shit that he wants to move to Madrid. He can fucking leave. Vitinha from PSG. That would be a solid midfield, to be honest. That would be solid midfield. I mean, I don't know. I just know that Madrid has to really blow up that team already. I don't think. I would think Mbappe is not really the answer. I mean, I don't know where Mbappe can go. I mean, maybe go back to PSG. I don't think he'll go to Barcelona, but I don't know if Barcelona would want him. That would be some crazy shit if Mbappe actually does go to Barcelona, but we don't have the money for him at this currently. I think we're fine with our younglings, so I think we just process the players from La Masia. Other than that, GG's to all the Madrid fans. I mean, especially if you're an America and Real Madrid fan on Sunday, you obviously had the worst fucking Sunday you can ever have. I mean, hopefully you spent it good with your mom. Hopefully you spent it good with your mom, but I know for sure you were getting shit on from the Barca players around 4 p.m. and you're like, okay, well let me cool down. Let me wait for this America Pumas game at 8 p.m. and then just to find out that you guys got eliminated by Pumas around like 10:30, you're like, man, fuck this night. So you're just like, whatever, just the bad Sunday if you were a Madrid and America fan. But like me, for example, I'm a Cruz Azul Barcelona fan. I had the best amazing weekend ever. Amazing weekend ever. Cruz Azul passed on Saturday, then Barcelona won La Liga on Sunday. That was good. Oh, and the Knicks. We'll get into basketball right now, but the Knicks fucking swept the 76ers. Let's see, there's Premier League. That's I am Mbappe. Manchester City. Oh, maybe can actually have Haaland and Mbappe together. OKC about to sweep LA. I hopefully not because I'm not ready for LeBron to lose tonight. But I think that's all the soccer things I have for now. Fuck it. I think we'll just do. Let me before I get into basketball. NFL schedule comes out this Thursday. I'm calling it right now. It's gonna be Seattle. It's gonna be the Bears go to Seattle. Opening kickoff Wednesday night. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. The Bears go to Seattle and hopefully start off 0-1. Obviously. Everyone here but FYI, Post and Xavi didn't text me after Chivas won, but they was on my ass last week after we lost. What was I doing Saturday? I was busy Saturday, fucker. I was busy Saturday, so I really wasn't really on my phone. But I saw that they had won. I was like, whatever. They only passed because of aggregate, just like Pumas passed on aggregate. So we'll see, man. We'll see. This is the real test. Can you go against La Máquina and head to the final? Either Pachuca or Pumas, or you guys are gonna lose to the semis, and you guys are gonna bring up that BS excuse that you guys didn't have La Hormiga and the rest of them, and be like, well, you guys beat Tigres, in advance to get into the semis, and then you have to face La Máquina Cementera, que es el Cruz Azul, papa. But like I said, NFL schedule's coming up Thursday. We already have a couple games coming up. We got We got Detroit going to Buffalo. First Thursday night football. The Younglings versus La Máquina. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I don't expect the Younglings from the Chivas to give up easily, but Máquina has their full squad except Eric Lira. So, I think it's gonna be interesting. I think it'd be interesting. I say the first leg would be like a 2-0, 2-1 maybe like a 1-1. I'd be okay with a 1-1, and then beat you guys over there in Jalisco or Guadalajara. I don't know precisely where you guys are gonna play at, but I wouldn't mind beating you guys in Atlas back to back. As in like Guadalajara. Teams there. But like I said, NFL, we already have the Lions going to Yeah, we already have the Lions going to Buffalo week 1 Thursday night. That's gonna be fun. We already have Thanksgiving. We already have the Eagles and Cowboys, which is already confirmed for Thanksgiving. We already have the first Sunday night football. We're gonna have, I think it's the Giants going to the Cowboys. Oh man, fucking Cowboys got all the fucking primetime games. But that's gonna be the first Sunday night football. That's kind of lame though. Giants, Cowboys. I mean, I guess we could get to see Jackson Dart and hopefully Malik Neighbors is back. Camp Scadaboo. Dakota Prescott, C.D. Lamb, George Pickens. Uh, Seattle Bears week 1 Wednesday. I think they play this year 2 kickoff. Yeah, that's what people are saying. There's up to 3 more teams. It's up to 3 teams. It's either Seattle Patriots, which Super Bowl rematch, which I don't think people would want that for views. I mean, I don't remember having a Super Bowl rematch week 1. They usually have it like week 4, week 5, around those dates, and they usually do it on Fox for Tom Brady to announce that shit. Um, Chiefs Seattle. I mean, I guess, but we don't really know if Mahomes is gonna be healthy for week 1, which they said he might not be. But it'll be Justin Fields, and Sam Darnold going at it. I wouldn't really watch that because other than Kenneth Walker going against his, former team, the Seahawks, I mean, that's the only pretty much highlight I would say for the Chiefs in Seattle. The Seattle and Bears, I think that would be pretty good. Sam Darnold, he used to play used to play in the NFC North with the Vikings. Kind of has a little, small history with the Bears. I think he did beat the Bears twice when he was there. And I mean, Caleb Williams, this is what his 3rd year going into it. He's gonna have to put up performance this year. Because he's by next season by the next off season he's supposed to be getting paid. So I wouldn't mind the Seattle Bears. That way the Bears can start off 0-1, and I can just start laughing by Wednesday night, and then just be happy until my Packers play Sunday. But we'll see. I think I'm giving that prediction. Seattle Bears week 1. You heard it here first on Hot Sports Podcast. And if it's wrong, well, we're wrong. Oh well. But yeah, that's NFL news. We'll be talking more NFL with Manny and Puffs next week. Hopefully, si llegan. Puff still hasn't reported himself. Only Manny's on the live right now. Hopefully Puffs is okay though. But before we start off with the playoffs, we got the draft lottery pick. Top 10 picks are the Wizards, Jazz, Memphis. The Bulls got number 4. The Clippers, Nets, Kings, Hawks, Mavs, and the Milwaukee Bucks. Those are the top 10. They are predicting that this NBA draft is going to be pretty loaded with players. So it should be a quite interesting draft lottery, especially with the Wizards are saying that they might trade the number 1 pick depending on the players, depending on the team and the players that offers the bigger, best deal. But the Bulls get the number 4 pick. They get the number 15, 38, and 56. So they got 4 picks this year, and with a $60 million cap space. So maybe Jerry can finally, turn around the Bulls, just like how he's kind of turning around the White Sox right now, especially when he signed that Murakami dude, because that dude's hitting homers left and right. People are saying that he took Ohtani's powers in the WBC, but we'll see. And then get into playoffs. The Thunder's up 3-0 against the Lakers. Kind of really wanted game 6, 7 at least, because me and Manny have that pending bet. It looks like I might be down $100. T-Wolves Spurs they're tied 2-2. Wemby got ejected last night, and then Ant-Man went crazy. So that series is tied 2-2 in the West. And then the Pistons and Cavs, they're playing game 4 right now currently. Detroit's up 2-1. Cavs won, I believe, on Saturday. Yeah, they won on Saturday. And then Knicks in 4. I forgot a broom, but swept Philly. Knicks fans are going crazy. Knicks fans are going crazy right now in Times Square. They were acting up since like last week, since last Tuesday, I believe, or Monday, I believe. But yeah, Knicks in 4, baby. Now they either wait the Pistons or the Cavs. I believe that the Pistons and Cavs go to Game 7, so I believe they won't start the Eastern Conference Finals, I think, until Sunday. I want to say Sunday or Monday. So the Knicks have a week's rest, to get healthy, especially since OG Anunoby got hurt, so they're gonna need all that rest. And then Thunder, Wolves. I want to say the Spurs win in 7. I don't know, because I didn't think the T-Wolves were gonna put up a fight like this. It's tied 2-2, and they play tomorrow. I'm not really sure. Oh, I think the series goes back to San Antonio. And there's also a stat out there saying that since January or February, the San Antonio Spurs haven't lost back-to-back games. So, they've won. They've been on a streak, but then they lose one, but they don't lose back-to-back. So we'll see if the Spurs can come back tomorrow, and then Wemby should be back. Since he got ejected and he was all kind of pissed off, so I wouldn't be surprised if Wemby goes all out tomorrow. But that's about it about NBA. But I already talked about draft lottery, Bulls. Cubs Sox. And is anyone going to the Cubs Sox game this weekend? The Cubs are going to the South Side. They'll be in the South Side. Hopefully the Cubs win. We've been kind of owning their asses for the past couple years, but the only thing I am pretty scared of is that Murakami, Asian guy. He's fucking hitting moonshots to the bleachers. They got Montgomery, they got Miguel Vargas. But overall, I feel like the White Sox kind of have like a decent team. Like I would say like at least 500 or a little bit under 500, even though I did say I had over them 60 wins. But the Cubs, were on a 10-game winning streak. They lost it on Saturday, and they lost back-to-back. They got shut out back-to-back days. So, it's all right. We weren't going to win all of them, which I wanted them to wanted them to go undefeated the whole season. Imagine that would have been crazy if the Cubs would have went undefeated all season long. But Cubs Sox this weekend. I know I got invited to go Friday and Sunday, but unfortunately I couldn't. My brother's gonna graduate from high school, which is pretty dope. They say he's the last baby in the family to graduate from high school. He's gonna be going to college, hopefully in August. I believe in August he'll be going to. Well, I can't even say the university he's gonna go to. It's not. But yeah, I think he told me he's gonna go to business accounting. I think he's gonna do business accounting. So my mom was she's an accountant. Well, she was an accountant back then. So probably runs in the family. Cause I also took business accounting, and when I was in college, I just took my gen ed though. I didn't have enough money back then to go to a bigger university. But yeah, White Sox Cubs. Hopefully we sweep them. I feel we win Friday, we lose Saturday, but we win Sunday. That's my prediction. I say we go 2-1. I don't know who the pitchers are. The pitchers aren't listed out yet, but I do know that the Cubs are in Atlanta these next 3 games. They have a rest. They don't play today. They play Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and they come back to the South Side. But then we got Milwaukee's ass on Monday. It should be interesting because the last time Milwaukee was here, that was that Freddie game where me and Manny were there. Where they were like, Freddie. And I think I covered everything off. I think so. Ya se está quedando dormido, Mr. OCMG. Even though I did say, like 30 minutes, 40 minutes? Yeah, I don't pasé. Fuck it. Then, Manny's favorite segment, even though he's not here. Hot seat. Boom. Are those Costco guys still doing though? Boom, boom. No, you don't know?
No idea.
No idea? I know they went like really viral last year. I don't know if they're still doing it. They went like the Jimmy Fallon show and the Good Morning show. And what the fuck? Just because of like, just because you went viral on TikTok doing dumb ratings at Costco. Fuck it, we should go to Sam's and start doing some shit like that. Anyway, my hot seat. Remember how I said Boston? The Boston fans were on my hot seat. So now this week is Philly fans. Philly fans are on my hot seat today. Philly sports, especially the 76ers got swept in the NBA, and then the Philadelphia Flyers got swept in the NHL. And it's funny because the Philadelphia Flyers, in the first round, they went against the Pittsburgh Penguins, and everybody automatically thought that the Penguins were going to beat the Flyers. But then the Flyers somehow, some way beat the Sidney Crosby and the Pittsburgh Penguins. You know, they got bounced. But then they ran into a little bit of a problem with the Carolina Hurricanes. And then the Hurricanes just came up and swept the fuck out of the Flyers. GG's to the Philadelphia Flyers. All that hard work against the Penguins got you nowhere because you guys got swept. And then along with the 76ers, they were down 3-1 to the Celtics. Somehow, some way, they made it a good series that they went all the way to Game 7. They did all that effort with Joel Embiid, and they beat Boston. Joel Embiid thought they were gonna, they thought they were gonna give Knicks a run for their money, which they did. Game 2 only, because the first game they got blown out. Game 3 they got blown out, and then Game 4 they got absolutely demolished on Game 4. But yeah, if you're a Philly fan out there, you must be hating the fuck out of your life because the Flyers got eliminated Saturday and the 76ers got eliminated on Sunday. So not a good day to be a Philly sports fan. And then to finish it off, Cool Throne. You already know what I'm gonna go with the Cool Throne. It is Barcelona, La Liga Champions. Yeah. I know what you're gonna say, that we didn't win the Champions, we blew the Champions. Nobody, we're young, we got robbed. We obviously got robbed. Cool Throne, La Liga Champions, Barcelona. Congratulations, especially for Hansi Flick. Like I said earlier, his dad passing away a couple hours before the game. I feel like Hansi wasn't, he just let the boys be the boys and just let them take over with the younglings, with Lamine in the stands watching, then Olivia Rodrigo sponsoring the shirts for Barcelona. Yeah. But next week the guys should be here. Hopefully Puffs is alive, because I haven't heard anything about him since it's about to be 12 hours. So when is the appropriate time to do a missing report?
24 hours.
24 hours? So I have to wait till tomorrow? Okay. I wanted to send, or unless if anyone lives around his area, just knock on his window, or just I know how to get through his, I know a perfect way how to get to him through his bedroom window. But if I say that secret, se la va a meter un negro por ahí. But yeah, next week we should be talking about how the Cubs did against the Sox in the Crosstown series. We'll see how Arsenal's doing in the Premier League. Hopefully they already won the league already. PSG, I think they'll probably secure the league by this week. Let's see. Oh, there's gonna be some World Cup teams already announcing their lineups for it. I don't think Mexico announces their lineup end of the month, but we'll be June 1st. They said June 1st. Damn, why so late? Damn. All right. Well, there are some teams that they're going to be announcing their World Cup teams in the next upcoming days. And we're officially 1 month away from the World Cup. I know Mr. Osinji is going to be out there in Azteca, in El Akron, in Guadalajara. But yeah, this should be exciting. I mean, we'll probably have Javi, our barber. He wants to. Our barber. Our barber. Because everybody's gotten a cut from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, friend slash barber. He wants to come up and talk, NBA, especially the NBA finals should be starting by the end of the month, or should be, closing in. Who's going to be in the NBA finals? But he also wants to talk a little bit about soccer. Then the week. I think we'll do the week of, or the week before. We'll do, like, I guess Manny said that there's like a bracket online, and you can just predict, the matches and shit like that. I mean, that'll be pretty cool. And then we'll also, I think I'm gonna bring the whiteboard, and I'll put the groups in, and we'll predict. We'll give our predictions: who would win the groups, who advances, and then we'll put on the side on the side. We'll put who are the favorites to win the World Cup. I believe as of now, it is France and Spain that are co-favorites to win the World Cup. Me personally, I think I might lean with Brazil, but I don't know if I'm gonna lean that way. I think I might lean towards Spain. Like I said, it all depends who they bring to the World Cup. Supposedly Neymar's supposed to come to the World Cup, but like I said, we'll be giving that news throughout the episodes. And then just to let everybody know, Memorial Day is next 2 weeks, so we won't be doing an episode that Monday, but we'll be active on all the pages, especially on the IG and TikTok. Everybody that has IG or TikTok, go to our IG and TikTok. We're posting all the home runs for our favorite players for the season. I got PCA. Puffs has Miguel Amaya, which I might tell him to change it, because he really doesn't play unless he's the catcher for the day. And then Manny's been on a streak. He's with Suzuki, so we just post and just for views and clicks. Our home runs. I mean, everybody loves that. Everybody loves Suzuki home runs. And whenever a PCA comes up in and around, I post that, and it just gets a lot of views. So everybody that has TikTok out there, go out there to its Hot Sports Podcast 2, I believe. I would have to put it on the videos when I edit this, or when I clip this. I'll put the username. That way you guys can go show love to our TikTok page. I would say we can get more followers. Instagram page has been, showing nothing but love. Facebook, I'm always on that, updating scores, news, everything. I be driving, doing fucking updating shit, It's a lot of, we all gotta put a piece. And then, obviously I had to do it myself today. Who cares? Oh.
Yeah, I'm not here.
When OCMG in the back, always in the cameras, doing everything. And then, yeah, it was pretty fun. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, see you guys next Monday. And if anybody hears from Puss, please tell him to answer back his phone, because we've been texting him. But all right, see you.